All right, boys. All right, all right. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Get started here in a sec. Man. All right, let me grab my coffee real quick. Oh no, what did I do?
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
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 Well, I'm gone. Can I kick it? To all the people who can quest like a tribe does. Before this, did you really know what live was? Comprehend to the track force, why? Cuz getting mentions on the tip of the vibe buzz. Rock and roll to the beat of the funk fuzz. Wipe your feet really good on the rhythm rug. If you feel the urge to freak, do the jitterbug. Come and spread your arms if you really need a hug. Afrocentric living gives a big shrug. A life filled with, that's what I love.
It's gonna be a good one.
A lower plateau is what we're above. If you diss
gonna
us,
be a good
you
one
won't
today.
even think of. We'll nipper the dog and give a big shove. This rhythm really fits like a snug glove. Like a box of positives, it's a plus love. As the trial flies high like a dove.
Okay, sorry, does my hair looking zany today? Yes. Does need a haircut, bad. We replaced timeout today with Miles's walker. So you ask dumbass questions, I'm gonna stick you in the walker. I'm just gonna fucking spin you around in a circle. So ask stupid shit at your own risk. Okay. As we jump into where we're at, you're getting a little bounce here in NQ here, right here as the market gets going right now. It's pretty decent. Let's see if there's any news at 7:30. I don't think so, but let's double check. Retail sales came out lower. Yeah. New York Fed manufacturing data came out lower as well. Yeah, nothing really good there. I was just making sure. Wanted to see. Locked into boys, Friday's small loss in weeks. Probably just a little choppy. I mean, I didn't get any like entries for stocks. Like, it was just annoying. I literally got nothing going on Friday. Shit was bad annoying, but it is what it is. I mean, right now you're opening up. You're gonna push into that like 19.7. I mean, the last week's low. You get above that, you look really good on NQ. I mean, you start to really like shape up. So I'd be watching that clear as day. You get above that, you're gonna start cruising. I mean, I think you get above 19.8, I think you start pushing towards 20,000 flat. to be honest. So yeah, ES, ES is at 56.40, give or take. I mean, not as good in my opinion, but yeah. So I'd be watching that too at 56.40. You'll see Dow's getting a little bit of a bounce, but again, as you progress from tech on, it's weaker and weaker and weaker, as you can see. So important to understand where we're at and how we're kind of moving there. But like, yeah, like Dow doesn't look good at all. Dow looks like trash. Jerome Powell Wednesday. Yes, Jerome Powell Fed meeting Wednesday. Will be interesting. I mean, we'll get to see like their viewpoint of what's happening. I'm sure we'll hear more about the risk and the impact of the Trump policy. That's the biggest question right now. Again, I don't think it's going to be great. You've already seen GDP expectations drop pretty significantly. So I expect kind of more of the same there, but we'll see. But yeah, so far semiconductors moving up. Posted this on Twitter this week. You guys can see it over the weekend. I posted it on there so you guys can see my next level, pushing towards 124.5 and 200 SMA after there. See about the death cross happening potentially there as well. So you don't have it all marked out for you. Tesla, really not getting anything going. If Tesla can mount above like 252, I'd be looking for 258. The gap fill there personally, but we'll see what happens. Meta back above 610. It holds above 610 and pushing to 620. Microsoft. Amazon still below 200 SMA. Definitely interesting. Amazon 200 SMA. Brandon, I think he says, how do you manage risk? Yeah, risk to reward in my trades, and then I mean having a stop loss for knowing how much I'm risking. Specifically with futures, where I have to manage risk typically more is with futures. So yeah, but just knowing what I'm getting into in my trades. Some people like, you hold forever, things along those lines. That turns more into gambling. But yeah, what do you think about Nvidia stock right now? Nvidia looks fine. Looking for like 125, 124.5. So you look fine right now. It's moving up in the pre-market. So you want to see SMH looks decent too. So SMH probably looking for 230 minimum. But as of right now, market's opening. If market open right now, it would be pretty good. It'd be pretty solid. What's it? Tesla way earlier. Yeah, Tesla already went over it, but you gotta get above this level on Tesla. You're just not getting it right now. I'd be watching Tesla though. You start making lower lows here. You can see you're making these higher lows, right? So you want to see if you start breaking the structure. If you start breaking the structure, get back below 236. I can see sellers stepping in more aggressively, but again, that's just from Tuesday lows, so we'll see. Yeah, I already answered all those questions. So if you have questions, make sure you ask while we're here. But yeah, kind of just going down the list of stocks I'm looking at. Midcaps, they're getting some strength. They're not really getting too much, so kind of expected more. Really expected more in midcaps. Well, not really, but you want to see them get more. You want to see midcaps get more love if you're going to start going long on them. Better way to put it. Netflix bouncing again, have room back in the 200 SMA, 948. The reaction's going to be big there. Again, you're seeing a lot of these names, like despite them bouncing, they're just coming back into massive levels. Like, Google flipped the 200 SMA, then dropped another $10. So we'll see. And Google's not bouncing yet, still making lower highs here as well. Again, large concern for me is how some of these are moving. Clear lower highs right here. Right. So we'll see if these are breaking the structure back to the upside or not, but we will see. What do you think about Reddit? I think Reddit has to get below 104, like I mentioned in my videos, and I have mentioned here before, to get bearish, to fill the gap. Until then, you're holding your support. You're holding the 200 SMA, right? So yeah. AVGO. AVGO is another interesting name here as well. You go to the 2-hour chart, which I'd really be watching here. I mentioned it in yesterday's video as well. So yeah, this is AVG. You can see your previous low right here. So I'm really watching. You want to see if you can mount above this. That's what you want to see. Can you get the mount? That is the most important. If you can start mounting above like 196, 197, we can talk. Starting to push like that. That's what I'd be looking for. You start to get kind of a liquid back to the upside too. I mean, your 100 MA is all the way at 218. You probably find like at least like 208. I would assume. You try to find buyers quick. But AVGO has been interesting. And another thing you're seeing here too, your higher lows. You want to see lower lows put in order to get bearish. You're not seeing any lower lows getting put in so far. So far, so good there. Palantir trying to get above $90. Pretty big. You held your big level here too at 84, 85. Also awesome. So good to see. SPYDEX level 570. Is it? Is that your level? About, yeah. I mean, I would say that's your next pretty big level. Yeah, you wanted to, I mean, below 562, 563, I'm pretty concerned. But yeah, you're holding up pretty well now. So yeah, I'd be looking for that 200 estimate up here and possibly this little low here near 565, but pretty tight range here. QQQ, I mean, working your way back into 584, 85. SR flip there, but I want to see that 200 SMA as well. Honestly, I kind of want to see this little 487 as well too. Go back into NASDAQ real quick. Yeah, you're getting a nice push on NQ. Like you're above. You're above last week's level now. This is what you want to see on NQ. You start getting this, you should push towards. You start holding this into market open. We'll see. But I will say the going theme of what we've seen here from last week, week before last, has been pretty tried and true. Market opens up strong. Buyers sit there for 5 minutes, don't do anything, and sellers step in. So I would be cautious, until things change. It's hard to expect anything new. But yeah, I also think there's a lot of people on social media getting overly aggressive right now. Again, I'm not saying to go short here. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying be careful at the very least, because again, like this is where people start getting, kind of getting screwed, right? As you start just hammering positions before getting confirmation. Hoping SPY drops below 560. I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, you're at your level right now here on NQ. This is the most important thing right now. Hoping to have a green day today. I hope so. Krishna Bajwa. Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's exotic. I like that. Trying to see what else. How are your ETFs? The banking still flat. How's XLV? XLV rejecting now the 100 MA. It's interesting. This is another thing that's kind of been spooking me. So over the past 2 weeks, right? So when the S&P was going down, when NASDAQ was going down, you saw some sectors hold up and move up. Like healthcare did really well the past 3 weeks, whatever, right? And then on this past week, you saw healthcare take a dip, right? And healthcare is now below your 200 and your 100. So we'll see if this trend follows. Again, that's why you're seeing, I'm thinking, Dow underperform so much, because you're kind of seeing a little bit of a rotation from downside. But yeah, dumb question. But any recommendations for stocks to buy in your Roth or IRA? I think, first of all, I'm not going to tell anyone what to buy or recommend anything. You do your own research on financial due diligence. But for me, when I'm buying anything, it's always stocks that I love and I'm fine holding. So again, with this dip, people keep asking me hey, Tyler, you're saying that you're supposed to buy the dip, this and that, but is this the bottom? When you're buying long-term stocks, you don't really care necessarily if it's the bottom, right? Because you're buying long-term. So your only viewpoint is to accumulate more stock, right? At a decent price point, whatever that may be. So again, I recommend people, do their own due diligence, because when you're investing long-term, you are stuck with it. It's it becomes like one of your children, right? If before you have a kid, right, someone's like, well, what do you want your kid to be like, right? You're like, yeah, you might go into detail, but at the end of the day, when you have a kid, you're just like, whatever. I love the kid. He's my kid. I can't. There's no picking and choosing. He's just my kid. That's what happens when it becomes your stock. It's just your stock. You own it. There's no goesy backsies. Well, you could sell if you want to take a loss, but you're not a long-term investor at that point. So again, that's the biggest thing I would think about is buying, holding, forgetting, and just know, because you're going to be stuck with that stock for a while. And you should want your stock to dip. So you should really want that stock to dip so you can buy more. So way to think about it. I wouldn't be going too heavy into midcaps. So that's the only thing I'll say. That's the only thing that I will say. Any more questions? I don't see anything else right now, but yeah. So we're at a big level here on NQ. You're at a big level on NQ. I asked Elon to merge Tesla with SpaceX yesterday. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Looks like it's gonna be a fun open though. Right there at high. Didn't see anything else. Celsius holding up too. I surprisingly do have a lot of mid caps on my watch list that I've been watching pretty close. Still think Bob was going to come down to the 200 SMA. You're just so close as well. What do you think about futures outlook and AVGO? AVGO already went over it. Yeah. So I mean, you're sitting at that level right above it, like 96.3. You look decent over this. I'll be looking towards 201 and then probably like 206, 207 after that. So if you can hold here, I mean, you're getting a nice push on Nvidia as well. So yeah, not bad by any means, but AVGO looks decent. It's held up. You can't go short yet. You got to wait till the higher low trend breaks. You're making higher lows. You can see here, right? So you start breaking. You can look for downside, but until then, you got to be careful. Still think if you ever break the 200 SMA, it's a lot of weakness here, but we'll see when that happens, or if that happens, right? IWM predictions. I have not done a lot of IWM charting. I'll tell you that lately. I have not. Yeah. So previously, right, going back to August into into last year, you were making higher lows nonstop, just going straight up. So that was nice, and that was the last time we really covered it. Now you're seeing nothing. Well, this is where I would be looking. Not ideal. You don't want to see this, but this is where I'd be looking for IWM to try to find support. 100%. 193, 195. This was your big breakout that you had back in 2023. Yeah, 2024 when you broke out of this. Again, you sat in this range essentially. Yeah. You sat in this range on IWM for literally like about a year, 2 years, basically, a year and a half, 2 years, between 195 and 160. So I'd be looking at this range to get tested for sure. For sure. And you're not that far off now. That's worth mentioning. Pretty close. That's what you want to see. That's what you care about right there. That's what you want to see right there. Let me go back. I mean, hood, maybe. I don't know. I went over IWM. Mid caps and financials could do well over the next 2 weeks. Why? Maybe, but why? I do think we talked about JP Morgan and stuff on YouTube. One thing I mentioned was JP Morgan coming down to your 200 SMA down here, down towards 226. 200 SMA when you start breaking down from 245. So I mean, you are at some supports here. Yeah, Morgan Stanley, all of these. Yeah, they're all Goldman. I'd be cautious on banks in general. Like, yeah, you're at a point where I would expect to bounce or some buyers to try to step in. The problem though with it is like when you have the CEO of JP Morgan Chase come out and say we're not buying back stock up here because it basically seems overvalued. I mean, what are we talking about? Like, it's hard to be bullish, right? That's just for me. Again, CEO said it like a week or two ago, so do what you gotta do. Granted, you have a dip since then. How about Target near 52-week lows? Target's just not finding buyers like you used to. Costco and Walmart have been better performers, so yeah. I'm not gonna buck the system there. Yeah, Target just can't get going. Market popping right now. Yeah, it's just sitting at resistance right now. What's up, popping? Is Hal Halliburton? Henderson? I don't know what that is, dude. That is Halliburton. It is. I only have ever traded Halliburton. Not really interested. You're seeing it kind of at resistance here. Maybe room to $26. Not interested. Not really interested there, man. Sorry. Trying to see more questions. Does Jordan come back this week? Jordan's back. Jordan is back. Jordan got back, I think, Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. What's your opinion on Nasdaq 100? Will it touch 20K? If you get over 19.8, you look good. In my opinion, you look really good over 19.8. If Nvidia holds, I think we push AVGO to 210 area until Wednesday at least. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, Nvidia, like if you hold like this 125, 124, I'd be targeting Nvidia to push the 200 SMA. That's a personal opinion. I mean, you're not that far, so we'll see. So that's what I'd be looking for at least. What's up, Primo? No need to like overcomplicate, confuse what you're looking at here, but yeah, you have some small levels here in Nvidia, but I just think that if you're up here at 124, 125, I think it's just gonna be like a magnet pulling you into the 200 SMA. You know what I mean? So yeah, PDD, no Diddy. China stocks still look good. You have to remember, like, if out of on this whole dip, China stocks have held up phenomenal. You know what I mean? So I mean, like when you're getting the bounce, it makes sense. China gets some love here. PDD looks good. Baba, in my opinion, looks. I mean, Baba's been a workhorse here. Like Baba has been a workhorse. Like it is just chilling up here, right? Great chart. So like Plug Power's ass, dude. Plug Power's loaded. Like why would I buy this? You know what I mean? Like why would I go out of my way and buy some dog shit like this? Like why would I go to work, save up money, and buy this? Like what? Why in God's green earth would I do this? What are you doing? Busy Montana? No, you're not busy. You're not busy at all. You're like retarded. Retarded Montana. That's who you are. Dear God. Go outside, stare at the sun for unlimited amounts of hours. Pray to God that a hard reset happens. China got stimulus. I saw that. I don't really like China economic policy for me doesn't like interest me. Like it's just hard because they do so much shady shit. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to get excited about China like economic policy because they've been trying to do stimulus type stuff for the past, it seems like 2 years. And it usually doesn't work. So we'll see. Now, when US investors upgrade China, that's a different story, right? So yeah. Puts a goofy. Would I go puts on it? Again, guys, this is a great example of why you do not do any drugs. I'm being dead serious, guys. This is why. Because when you do drugs, like it makes you just say crazy stuff, man. Like it really, really does. Like you do crazy stuff, you see stuff, you hallucinate. You probably like your family gets concerned about you. You might like, you know what I mean? Like everyone has that one family member. Maybe not everybody, but you've seen that one guy who's just like, man, I feel bad. Like you know when you're seeing like homeless people, like and there's tweaking sometimes. You're like, dude, I wish I could get him something, but there's no help. This guy right here, Busy Montana. I mean, he's the definition. Like in chat, he's the definition. Like he literally is that guy that's tweaking, has no signs of life. We don't know. He's like one of the tweakers from Portland, right? That stand up and they fall asleep because they're just so tweaked out. Like that's this guy right here. He says, not only am I gonna ask about Plug Power, so he's like, Plug Power question mark? Well, what is there to talk about here? The stock has literally gone straight down for like 4 years. Record breaking numbers, right? So he's just tweaking. He's fent leaning. Yes, amen, brother. That's what he's doing right now, right? And then he goes, well, should I trade puts? Should I trade, what am I going to trade puts on this to? What? Like, ooh, we trade puts down to $1.40. Ooh, I'll make 5 cents a contract. Yay. Yeah, don't do drugs, guys. Don't do drugs. So again, Busy Montana, I got to mute you forever. Like, again, this right here, Busy Montana, like, dude, we got to get rid of you, man. Like, I'm gonna hide you on the channel forever. You can still watch videos and like learn and educate yourself, but I just don't know. Like, that's like if I like sent like a tweak and a fit leader to university. I don't know if he would really get anything out of it, but I'll still offer it to him. You know what I mean? Like, it can't hurt. But best of luck to you, brother. Go outside, stare at the sun. Do the works. Get some emergency. I don't know if it's going to work on you, but it's what I traditionally recommend. Go down to, Walgreens. Okay. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go down to Walgreens and you're going to buy the super pack. Okay. You're going to buy the super pack. You're going to buy the elderberry pack. Okay. I want to be very clear. This is what you're going to get. I'm going to be very, very, very clear. Okay. You're going to go buy the elderberry pack. This one, the emergency. And I want you to just take the whole thing. Okay. We got to get some type of vitamins in your system because there's nothing in you right now. There's nothing. There's just absolute nothing inside your system. So everyone be thinking about that guy. Okay, we need him. Sorry. Oh man, whew, man, got worried for a second. You're battling here on NQ pre-market. Any more big questions before we get out of here? What time is it? 8:00. About to go over futures real quick. Best part of the morning. Rips tweakers. Costco and Adobe. Where's Costco? Costco was pulling back pretty aggressively for a while. It still is. You're below your 200 SMA. Got below 919. That's a 919 is your surprisingly massive level on Costco. Don't ask me why this level. Sometimes like you just get random levels, like random. I don't know why these spots like become major resistances, but dude, Costco here. I mean, look at this clear as day level at 919. Like, yeah, that's been your line in the sand. So you're below it and you're below your 200 SMA. I'd be careful. What else was there? You said Adobe. I haven't looked at Adobe either. I think they like dropped. They did drop from earnings. Yeah, so as long as Adobe's below 403, this little low that you had back here from January 13th, I'd be looking for a downside. I mean, I'm not really interested in downside here, to be honest, but if you had to gun into my head, Tyler, which direction am I trading it? Down, maybe, yeah. But above 403, I like it to the upside. The other one cost was insane break. Yeah. NVIDIA 200 EMA is 120. I don't know why you use SMA. Slick, again, you've been saying some dumb shit all morning here too, so let's talk to Slim Stupid Head over here. He says, Tyler, I don't know why you use the MA. First of all, it's just the MA. If you're on TradingView, it's called the SMA because they don't have regular MAs here. So if I go into indicator and I type in MA, right, it's just MA cross, and I don't want to use MA cross. I just want to use a regular moving average. So it's moving average simple, not smooth moving average. So that's what it's called, first of all. On any other broker, you're just going to type in MA, and that's what it'll come in at. So it's just your regular moving average. I don't care about EMAs. I don't care about any of those. Why do I not care about it? Because there's no hedge fund in the world that's like, hey, Gerald, what EMA do you got out there? The 200 EMA, right? They're like, hey, by the way, what is EMA's exponential? Yeah. What's my exponential moving average? Yeah, you so slick. That's step number one, but being fucking retarded. So let's think about it. The whole point of using a moving average, which we really don't use any moving averages, is because big money uses them and it gives you a great metric. The other part of it too is the market breadth, which basically takes into account the 200 moving average on the top 100 stocks or whatever it may be, or the market in general. So again, why would I want to use the fucking 200 EMA, which doesn't take into account anything there, has no relative strength? Now, let's do another. Let's just do a brain teaser, right? Let's just do a brain teaser. I actually haven't done this, so I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. So again, Slick, he's making excuses, but I don't make excuses. When someone roasts me, I don't make excuses. I look at the facts. That's what we do here. I look at the facts. Coors Light, cold hard facts. So we're gonna pull up the EMA here. The 9 EMA is the only one that we really use, but for the sake of this ding dong here, we're gonna use the 200. What did he say? I think he just used the 200. He just used the 200 EMA. I don't think you can tack. You know, maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Say he's putting on the daily. I have no idea. Who knows, right? Who knows? So this is NVIDIA. Again, if I go to let's make it thicker so you can see a little bit more nudity. Again, I'm just calling out facts like I see them, guys. If the kettle's black, right? If the kettle's black. Again, yeah. Well, I mean, you wick through it, you go through it. There's no real continuation there. Just wicking through it all there as well. You wick down through it there. Again, if you go to the 200 SMA, you can see clearly you don't break below it ever. You bounce off of it continuously. Go to the NASDAQ. Let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's kind of important, I think. Yeah, so let's look at the NASDAQ. Again, whatever you guys want to use, go for it. Be my guest. Be my guest. You kind of held it there. Not really. You went through it like 5 times there. Didn't hold it there. Wasn't at an exact level. Wasn't at an exact level. Wasn't an exact level. Guys, I like pinpoint accuracy. I'm like Chris Kyle in Afghanistan. Ever heard of him? Hey, tango down. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want you to go outside too, Slick. I want you to stare at the sun. I want you to never come back on this channel because I'm getting rid of you. I don't want you to get better. Don't even want you to get better. He's gonna go outside. He's gonna stare at the sun. Never coming back. Slick Rick, please understand. Tyler doesn't like waking up in the morning and dealing with stupid people. Okay, he likes having good, healthy conversations about stocks that he likes. So please stop. Don't come back. I never want to hear from you again. Right? That's like my ex from 2016. Right? When I graduated high school, I said, I never want to see you again. She said, why? I said, I'm going on to bigger and better things. She said, like what? I said, college. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Poor girl. He's using Robinhood. That's the problem. Guys, I know. Guys, look at me. Look at me. He's out here using Robinhood with this $50 his cashier's check he got. He's been working all day at the grocery line, and there's no shade in working the I did DoorDash, right? I did DoorDash. I did Instacart. I worked like a bunch of shitty jobs. Don't get me wrong, but he's over here working at Walmart. Beep 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 beep. Right? He's beeping. What are we talking about? Beep 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 beep. Get out of here. The beeps are to get into him. Get out of here. Stop. I bet I'm gonna get a nasty email from that guy later. He's like, Tyler, you roasted the wrong guy. You were mean to your subscriber. I'm like, oh no, here we go again. Oh no, I was mean. Surprise. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. I believe Jesus said that, or maybe it was Paul. I'm not sure. That's going to be my new one, actually, my new insult. The beep, 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 beep. That's actually, man. I don't know how I come up with some of these. Oh, look. Surprise, surprise. The levels win again. I'm telling you right now. I tell Ali this all the time. Okay? I'm telling you right now. Women lie. Your best friend's going to lie to you occasionally. But you know what doesn't lie? The goddamn levels. They do not lie. Jesus, they do not lie. Back is killing me. That's the worst part of working, like getting back into working out. Dude, is my freaking back. You don't understand. It's hell. Getting my back back. My back back. All right, let's go through our futures rundown. If you're in Discord, you'll be getting that in a second. I'll be going over expectations, trade plan, so you can see. Taking creatine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't really notice like creatine until you like start like taking it for like a while. But yeah, that's the only supplement that I take. I don't take anything else. I like aminos, but I only take aminos to like. It's not really for like health. Right? If I'm taking aminos, I don't really think they're that important. I only take aminos to like I find like a good flavor, and I use it for like killing a craving, like a sweet tooth. That's how I'll use aminos. So I'll usually like get water and ice and make like a slushy out of it. That's just what I like. So yeah, creatine's the only supplement I think worth taking. Like protein, don't really need to take. You can get most of that from. It's better too for you. Like if you're getting it from like food. So yeah. 1 second, I gotta write this real quick. I cannot believe you're rejecting here again. Okay. So one, creatine gets you juicy. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying like for like the actual benefits of like taking a supplement, like I think people go and spend all this money like getting supplements. It's like if I'm buying like protein or like like BCAAs or stuff like that. For me, it's always been like, even when I was in really good shape, it was always just like to satisfy cravings. So I didn't like take in unnecessary calories. Like for me, like which is why I really got like, if I really get down to why I gained a bunch of weight from like 2022, late 2022 to like early 2024. I think that's when I peaked in weight. I got to my fattest, right? It was because I drank. It was really like beer. That was the game changing factor. Like I never ever drank calories from like, I think like junior year in high school, when I like was like really into working out and blew up and shit. Like I stopped drinking calories. So I cut out like, I think calories are like, drinking calories are the worst thing you can do. Like it's just totally empty. There's nothing good. So AVGO getting spanked, is it? Ooh wee, yeah. I mean, AVGO starts breaking lower lows. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get interesting. Sorry, we're probably not gonna get that much action though until, like I said, like it's been the going theme over the past 2 or 3 weeks. Get really good strength into market open, and then you sell off into pre-market. You're getting a lot of buying, selling starts to market open. So we'll see. Looks like the bottom formed. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. ES here too. I mean, this is a big level in ES that I've been watching. I'm gonna make sure this level is exact though. Let's make sure it's exact. I don't have the exact level on it. I think it's right here. But yeah. Eli Lilly. So I was there's this guy I follow on this is a bit off subject. So I'm making the list here for what's it called. So kind of sidetracked, but there's a guy I follow on TikTok. Pretty big gym guy. Anyways, man, I wonder, like, people don't really know like the effects of Ozempic and like they're diabetic drugs. That's what they are. I mean, like, in all, like, that's what they are, right? So I'm really curious, like, over the next like few years, like what we start to see, like, and Eli Lilly is obviously popping off because of these drugs. Like, that's just the fact of what's happening out there, right? Very interesting to like see what, dude. Robinhood is basically becoming a banking app. I mean, a betting app too. It's crazy, weird direction for them to take. I'm very curious, like, one pick. I don't know what that means. One pick, Ozempic. I don't think we know. I don't think we know like the real impact it has on people. It's very interesting. Like, but it also goes to show, like, people will just take stuff. Like, people will just, like, if you can, like, if it says like lose weight quick, die later, maybe, like, people are like, whatever. What's the worst that could happen? I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, fair enough. I hate on TradingView it's not taking this. So, I don't know. We'll see in the next few years. But anyways, I was saying that because they have this, like, there's this new one, and it's a lot of gym guys are taking it. And it basically simulates your body into thinking that you're in ketosis when you're not. And I just, like, dude, how could that be good for you? Like, it's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. But anyway, people are going like crazy over it. So yeah. What day is this? Thursday or Friday? Sounds awful. I mean, sounds awful, but like for some of these guys, like the results are insane. Because the problem with Ozempic is like you're losing muscle. It's like a really big problem. That's like so you're not seeing a lot of like bodybuilders and stuff take it is because of that like overall effect. It's obviously not a great look. So it's definitely interesting. But no, yeah, it does sound. You are right. It does sound terrible, doesn't it? Yeah, dude, Dallas has all these resistances. Dow's been trash. I'll tell you that. Dow has been trash. Let's go back. Are we bouncing or what today? We'll see. I mean, you're at resistance on NQ. NQ has to get above like 19.7. I don't think you're going to see too much downside though today. A lot of people are expecting downside, which is interesting. I don't know. Maybe. I would think if you're gonna get downside, it's gonna be after the Fed meeting when they say like no rate cuts are coming. They're like, sorry boys, the rate cuts are not coming. That's my opinion, but could be wrong. That's just what I would assume. Can I never get the chart to look like I want it? Last one. Okay. Take a few more questions at the hop out of here, guys. Thanks for your effort. Started listening to your cast 3 weeks ago. Usually trade 2-3 days a week. My doctor, unfortunately, we have a lot of time. Trade always the best. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. If I get to, I think I just take a Zen. Are we bouncing your answer that? If I wanted, yeah, I don't know. Tyler, how to become a rich millionaire? You work really hard and you don't make any money for a long period of time, and then eventually it'll click in your head, and then you'll get the idea of making money quick out of your head during that time. Yeah, no, I did not get the studio set up. They didn't have the what's it called? I need to go get an adapter. I need to get like an adapter to have more plugs. I came home and I was like, shit, this is an issue. They only have one HDMI plug in it. I was like, oh, I need more than that. But yeah. Thanks, Sammy. Thanks, Sammy boy. Appreciate it. Any last questions? Krishna Brajwa, but I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you, for real. I got no idea. Best of luck to you. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you. End of the stream. Be back tomorrow. Videos coming out later today. I might make a midday video too today, so we'll see. Have a good one.